So today I'm going to tell you about my very first experience in Anchorage, Alaska. But, so when I lived down south, it was super illegal to smoke weed. Super illegal. And the thing about that is that I actually need to smoke it because I have Tourette syndrome. And everybody, oh yeah, it's an excuse. It's not an excuse. So picture you've got this permanent itch and you can't fucking scratch it because every time you do, it just gets worse. So you can sit there still, you know, but until you scratch that, it's not going anywhere, you know, it's just getting worse. So that's basically Tourette syndrome in a nutshell. I don't know if you were wondering, but there you got it. So I needed to smoke weed because that scratches that permanent itch for quite a bit of time. You know, you get more control over your body, more control over your functions and your speech. You know, it makes you a good functioning member in society. That way you're not having seizures at Walmart. It's fucking great. So I'm gonna fucking go to jail for this shit if I keep doing it though, because I live in Indiana where it's like super illegal. And I'm thinking to myself, man, how the fuck am I gonna live my life if, you know, I can't do what I need to do, you know, without risking jail time or being labeled a criminal or a drug addict. So we decided that it would be a good idea for me to go somewhere that it was like, you know, safer for me to just do what I need to do. And yeah, that pretty much like why I came to Anchorage, Alaska. We knew somebody out here. At the time I had a job that lined up, didn't end up working out, but that's here nor there. So I know I keep saying that. Anyway, sorry about that. So like I get here and I'm thinking to myself, okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna learn my town, because if I'm gonna be living in Anchorage, Alaska now, just out of nowhere, drop everything and then move out here, then I'm gonna be like, okay, am I gonna have to do the same thing? Am I gonna have to sneak around and pretend like this is a crime? Or am I just gonna be able to walk around and be free, you know? Do what normal people do, which is just relax and enjoy life. So I'm walking all over town and I find myself at the bus stop downtown Anchorage. Bunch of people around. The traffic is traffic, you know, downtown means downtown traffic. Standing there at the corner, busiest location in the center, in the town, see two people standing at the corner, and I'm thinking to myself, these guys look like stoners. And I mean, you guys know what stoners look like, and you guys don't even smoke weed. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ask him a question, because I'm gonna either go to jail or I'm gonna figure out what happens in Alaska. And I go up to him and it's like, hey, do you guys smoke pot? Do you know where to get any? I just got here. I'm from a different you know, state. And they're like, oh yeah, dude, this is Alaska. Everybody smokes pot. Everybody. You know, the bus drivers are high right now. And like, I'm like, okay, cool. So where do you get it and stuff? And they're just telling me all these different people and stuff, because it's not technically legal yet, but it's decriminalized, so everybody knows where to get it, but nobody knows where to get it, if that makes sense. And this one guy, while we're talking, comes up to us. He's clean clothes. He's got a beanie cap on, nice cut shave, backpack. It looks like he's getting ready to go to college. He comes and he's like, excuse me, do you guys have a lighter? And I'm smoking cigarettes at that time, so I was like, yeah, man, here you go. And I pull out a lighter and hand it to him. And he's like, thank you. And then he pulls a blunt out and starts smoking it. He just lights it right there at the sidewalk at the bus stop. And I was just like, oh man, I'm looking over my shoulder like, whoa, this is really happening, you know? This is Alaska and stuff. And I know some of you think that I'm making this shit up because you live down south where it's illegal and shit does not happen down there. But this happened. And I'm like, what? And the two people are like, oh, they're laughing, and they're like, oh man, yeah, let me get a hit. He hands me my lighter back. He hands the blunt to one of the people on the sidewalk that I was talking to. Do not know their names, you know, but that was a pretty good experience. But yeah, so we're passing the blunt around, and like a couple of police officers pass by. And I'm freaking out at this point. I'm just like, oh no, man. I fucking pulled my phone out and I just start pretending like I'm texting, because like smartphones were not a thing yet. And I'm just like, oh shit, you know, what the fuck is gonna happen? Am I really gonna go to jail? I mean, I knew I said it, but like, is it real? And one of the people I was smoking with It's like, hey, how's it going? And he waves at them, and they smile and wave back and keep going and everything. And it's just like, this is Alaska. This is my home now. This is where I live, you know. This is crazy. And, you know, I just thought to myself, wow, I never thought I would sneeze in a story.